Hey guys, how's it going? This is Sergeant Merrill here, and I don't have any gameplay here because I want to focus on this particular topic without any flashy explosions or shiny lights to distract us, because this is big news for the Call of Duty scene. Before, this bit of news was just kind of lingering around and it didn't really seem solid enough for me to share this with you, but it's no longer a rumor. Call of Duty will have an Elite package available in the future for those that are willing to pay for it. Now, I'm going to break this down on a few different levels. First, I'm just going to give you the information that I know, which is still coming in. They're being very vague. They're trying to take suggestions from the community, and they're getting a lot of them. They're also getting a lot of hate, but they've said that on multiple fronts that this is still in development, that there are a lot of things that could go into this or be taken out of it. But for now, they're being a little vague. So I'm going to let you know what I know. After that, I'm going to let you know what the community is saying and how they're taking this news so far, and then I'll let you know what I think. So the exact details of what's going to be available is, like I said, it's still in development, but there are a lot of things that have been confirmed. For example, Elite members will have access to detailed statistics and theater mode features and just all-around awesomeness. That's a good word, right? That other people aren't going to have, the people that aren't going to pay. You'll also be able to create custom leaderboards. There's going to be clan features and home pages for those clans. Prizes that you can win from tournaments. They were being particularly vague about that. There's going to be a quote-unquote program guide, and I don't really know what that's going to be, but they said it's going to include various products, entertainment products based on Call of Duty. And I have a problem with that, but we'll talk about that later. They're also talking about including exclusive aesthetic features like weapon camos and maybe face paints. I'm not sure what's going to be in Modern Warfare 3, but I'm sure it's going to include stuff like that. And this is all going to be accessible from your smartphone. So as for a price for this service, right now they're saying it's going to be cheaper than Netflix, which is, again, pretty vague because that could be $8 a month or that could be $3 a month. You know, it's really hard to judge based off of that. Now, the community is very polarized on this. David Vonderhaar, a Treyarch developer, is doing his best to defend this notion of paying for these advanced services for Call of Duty, and is even having some heated words with Fwiz, who's a Machinima representative over Twitter. Vonderhaar is kind of relating the ads on the Machinima network to the notion of paying for these services for Call of Duty, saying that some Machinima representatives are being a little bit hypocritical by showing so much hate for this notion. But then you also have people like Hastro, a popular professional gamer for MLG and who's also a Machinima director. Even though he was being a little facetious, he was essentially making the point that if you put hard work into a product or a feature, you deserve to be compensated for it. And he has a good point with that. Obviously, there are a lot of members of the community that have a problem with this idea for paying for cooler features that are going to be available in this Elite package. Let's take Woody's Gamertag, for example, a very popular Call of Duty commentator that probably needs no introduction. But he said that he thinks this is a mistake, that they're trying to create an internal service that is already very successful on external venues, and also they're free. And that's a good point. This quote-unquote program guide that sounds like, it sounds like it's going to try and compete with Call of Duty Entertainment on YouTube, which I think is a huge mistake. You can't force people into a new venue and expect them to pay for it at the same time. You work with what is already popular and established, and you try and build on it. So, that kind of leads into what I think. I think there is a fine line that Activision has to be careful not to cross. The additional personalized statistics and career trackers, I guess you would call them, are very appealing to me. And I know that takes a lot of server power and a lot of work to maintain, and I will pay for that. Fuzzy Autoballs makes the point. There's a difference between a product and a service. And when it comes to multiplayer games, it can be a service because it takes maintenance. It's not just a product that you put out once and you get paid for it. It's something that you maintain and work on. So I understand that. I'd like to have all my statistics organized and maintained on one venue, and I would pay $3 a month for that. I don't have a problem with that. What worries me are the notions of them running tournaments and giving away prizes and trying to host videos because that's already done so successful in so many other areas, and it's free. And I think competing with that is going to be a waste of their time, a waste of their workforce that they could be putting into other areas, and it's just an overall mistake. But now that you all have the lowdown, tell me what you think. Will you be paying for this Call of Duty Elite package? Make sure you comment below and let me know what you think. Also, if you're interested, there's a link in the description to sign up for the beta of Call of Duty Elite to find out for yourself. But that's all I have here, guys. This is Sergeant Merrill out here.